Hello, and welcome back to the Boosted English Podcast. I'm very happy you are here with me today. In this episode, we are going to tell a story. It is a story full of mystery, symbols, secrets, and hidden messages. We will slowly explore the book, The Da Vinci Code, by the Da Vinci Code, written by Dan Brown. This story matters because it mixes history, art, religion, and suspense, and it helps us think about truth, belief, and power. So take a slow breath, and let's begin.
I love that we are doing this story today. It feels mysterious already.
Yes, it really does. And before we go deep into the details, let's say something very important. This book is a novel. It is fiction. That means it is not a history book. It uses real places and real artworks, but the story itself is imagined.
That's a very good point. Sometimes when a story talks about religion or history, people think it must be true.
Exactly. So as we listen to this summary, we relax. We don't try to decide what is true or false. We simply follow the story, like watching a movie in our mind. Let's slow down. The story begins in Paris, in the Louvre Museum, late at night.
The Louvre. That already feels dramatic.
Yes, a very famous museum. Quiet, dark, almost empty. A museum curator, an older man named Jacques Saunière, is being chased. Someone is following him, someone dangerous. He runs through the museum halls, surrounded by paintings and sculptures. He is afraid, very afraid.
So the story begins with fear and danger.
Yes, immediately. The man is shot. He knows he is going to die. But before he dies, he does something very important. He leaves a message.
A secret message?
Yes, a coded message. He writes strange numbers and strange words near his body. It looks confusing. It looks meaningless. But it is not meaningless. And this is the first big idea of the book. Sometimes what looks like chaos is actually a hidden pattern. Let me say that again in another way. Sometimes when something seems random, it is actually carefully organized. Sometimes when we see confusion, there is structure underneath. Sometimes a puzzle looks impossible, but it has a solution. Sometimes the truth hides inside disorder. And sometimes meaning is hidden inside mystery.
That's beautiful, and also a little scary.
Yes, mystery can feel uncomfortable, but it can also be exciting. Now, after this murder, the police arrive, and they call a man named Robert Langdon. He is an expert in symbols, a professor who studies religious symbols and secret signs.
So he studies how people hide messages in art and religion?
Exactly. He studies symbols in paintings, in churches, in old traditions. He thinks he is just there to help. But very quickly, he becomes a suspect.
Oh no.
Yes, the police believe he might be connected to the murder. And this is where the story becomes a chase. He meets a woman named Sophie Neveu. She works with the police. And she has a secret. The dead man was her grandfather.
That makes it very personal.
Very personal. Very emotional. And Sophie realizes something important. The message left by her grandfather was not for the police. It was for her, and maybe also for Langdon. So now, they are not just solving a crime, they are solving a message left by a dying man.
And they must move quickly, I imagine.
Yes, because someone else is also searching for the same secret. Now let's talk about the central mystery of the book. The message leads them to a hidden secret about something called the Holy Grail.
Many people think the Holy Grail is a cup, right?
Yes, traditionally, the Holy Grail is believed to be the cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper. But in this novel, the idea changes. And this is one of the most controversial parts of the book. The story suggests that the Holy Grail is not a cup, but a person.
A person?
Yes, the novel suggests that Mary Magdalene was very important. Not just a follower of Jesus, but possibly his wife, and possibly the mother of his child. Now remember, this is fiction, a story, not proven history. But in the novel, the idea is this. What if the greatest secret in Christianity is not an object, but a bloodline? Let's slow that down. The book explores the idea that history can be controlled, that powerful institutions can hide information, that what we believe may be influenced by those in power, that truth can be protected or hidden, and that sometimes stories shape our world more than facts.
So the book is not just about solving a puzzle, it's about questioning history.
Yes, exactly. Throughout the story, Langdon and Sophie follow clues hidden in famous artworks. Paintings by Leonardo da Vinci, hidden symbols, secret codes, ancient brotherhoods.
It sounds like a treasure hunt.
It really is like a treasure hunt, a very intelligent treasure hunt. They travel from Paris to London. They solve puzzles hidden in poems. They open secret boxes that only open with the correct password. And the tension never stops. Now let's talk about the emotional side. Sophie has been distant from her grandfather for many years. She did not understand him. She felt hurt. She felt confused. And as she discovers the secrets he protected, she also discovers who he really was. So the mystery is not only historical, it is personal.
So there is also healing in the story.
Yes, that's a very important point. Sometimes, understanding the past helps us heal the present. Sometimes, secrets create distance between people. Sometimes, silence creates pain. Sometimes, truth reconnects families. And sometimes, discovering hidden stories brings emotional peace.
I like that part. It makes the story softer.
Yes, beneath the action and danger, there is emotion. Now let's talk about the villains. There is a religious organization in the story that wants to protect the traditional version of Christianity. They believe the secret must stay hidden. They believe revealing it would destroy faith. So they are ready to do anything to protect it.
Even kill?
Yes, even kill. This brings another big theme, fear. Fear of change. Fear of losing control. Fear of losing belief. Fear of truth. Fear of questions. The novel shows how fear can push people to extreme actions.
That feels very human.
Yes, very human. Now let's reflect on why this book became so popular. First, it is very fast. The chapters are short. The action moves quickly. Second, it mixes real history with fiction. That makes readers feel curious. Third, it touches sensitive subjects, religion, power, secrets. And when a story touches something sensitive, people react strongly. Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Controversy makes people talk.
Exactly. Now let's slow down and look at the main ideas again. This book is about symbols. It is about hidden meanings. It is about how we interpret art. It is about the power of stories. It is about belief and doubt. And also, it is about asking questions.
Do you think the book wants us to stop believing?
No, I don't think so. I think it invites curiosity. It invites exploration. It says, maybe reality is more complex than we think. And complexity is not the enemy of faith. It is not the enemy of meaning. It is simply deeper. Let me explain this gently. When we discover new information, we do not lose ourselves. When we question something, we are not destroying it. When we explore different ideas, we are expanding our minds. When we face mystery, we are growing. When we accept uncertainty, we become stronger.
That feels reassuring.
Yes, and that's important for us as language learners too. When we listen to English and we don't understand everything, that is okay. Mystery is okay. Confusion is okay. Not knowing is okay. Just like in this story, clarity comes step by step.
Slowly, like we are doing now.
Exactly, slowly. At the end of the novel, the big secret is not as explosive as expected. It is more symbolic, more emotional, more human. The treasure is not gold. It is not power. It is not control. It is a story. And stories are powerful.
Stories shape how we see the world.
Yes, they shape our values, our beliefs, our fears, our hopes. And that is why this book had such a big impact. Because it reminded people that history is not just facts. It is also interpretation. Before we finish, let's summarize gently. The Da Vinci Code is a mystery thriller. It follows a professor and a cryptologist. It begins with a murder in the Louvre. It explores hidden symbols in art. It suggests an alternative history about Mary Magdalene. It questions power and control in religion. It mixes suspense with emotion. And beneath all of that, it is about searching for truth.
And maybe also searching for identity.
Yes, very true. Searching for who we are. Searching for where we come from. Searching for meaning. Searching for connection. Searching for understanding. And maybe that is why we love stories like this. Because we are all searching for something. Let's take one last slow breath together. The world of this novel is dramatic and intense. But our world right now is calm. You are listening. You are improving your English. You are growing, little by little. And that is enough. Thank you so much for spending this time with us on the Boosted English podcast. We are really grateful that you choose to listen, to learn, to grow slowly with us. Remember, You do not need to understand every word. Progress happens gently, step by step. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Your English is improving even when you don't feel it. And we will be here, slowly, calmly, with you again next time.